Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dewa Danendra from TechSip B, NIM 3020220092. I'm going to talk about the icon of the New York City, the World Trade Center. To start with, I'll talk about the history of the building. Then I'll explain the building structure of the building. After that, I'll share you the drywall system of the building. Let's begin by the history of the World Trade Center. Construction of the World Trade Center's North Tower began in August 1968 and the South Tower in 1969. Extensive use the prefabricated components helped to speed up of the construction process. The first tenant moved into the North Tower in December 1970 and into the South Tower in January 1972. Four other low-level buildings were constructed as a part of the World Trade Center in the early 1970, and the complex was most complete by 1972. A seventh building, World Trade Center, has opened in 1987. World Trade Center has a large complex of a 7 building in Lower Manhattan, New York City, United States. It featured the landmark Twin Towers, which opened on April 4, 1973, and were destroyed in 2001. During the September 11 attacks, at the times of their completion, the Twin Towers, the final district of the Lower Manhattan, also known as VD, is a neighborhood located on the southern tip of Manhattan in New York City. The original Trade Center at 1.368 feet and two World Trade Center at 1.362 feet were the tallest building in the world. The World Trade Center is icon of New York City during its existence. The World Trade Center symbolizes globalization and the economic power of the America, although its design was intelligently criticized by New York City's and professional critics. The Twin Tower became an icon of New York City. It had a major role in popular culture and, according to one estimate, was depicted in 472 films. Let's move by the concept of World Trade Center. The port authority hired architect Minoru Yamasaki, who came up with the specific idea for the Twin Tower. The towers were designed as a frame tube structure with the profit tenants with open floor plans, uninterrupted by columns or wall. This was accomplished using numerous closed space primary columns to prove much of the stretch to structure, along with gravity load shared with the core columns. The elevator system, which made use of the sky lobbies and a system of express and local elevator, allowed substantial floor space to be freed up for the use as office space by making the structure core smaller. The design as construction of the World Trade Center, most centrally it's a twin tower, involved many other innovative techniques such as the salary wall for digging the foundation and wind tunnel experiments. The World Trade Center complex housed more than 413 components that were engaged in various commercial activities. On a typical weekday, an estimate 50,000 people work in the complex, although another 140,000 pass through as visitors. The complex hosts 13,400,000 square feet on office space. The important one I'll describe about the structure of World Trade Center. Major limiting factor in building height in the issues of elevators. The taller building, the more elevators are needed to service it, requiring more space consuming elevator banks. Yamakasi and the engineering designs to use a new system with two skies lobby floor where people could switch from a large capacity express elevator to a local elevator that goes to each floor in the section. This system, inspired by the local express train operation used in New York City subway system, allow the design to stack local elevator with the same elevator staff. Local on the 44th, 3rd, and 78th third floor of each tower. The Sky's lobby enabled the elevator to use effectively effectively. Next, the twin towers were built as a steel tubular structure system that the difference radically from the other structure of that time. The exterior walls were built of closely spaced steel columns to perform as load-bearing walls, and the interior columns were located only in the core area containing the elevator. The frame tube designed using steel core and perimeter column protects with sprayed on fire resistant material. Create a relatively lightweight structure that would sway more in response to the wind compressed to traditional structure such as the Empire State Building that thick heavy masonry for fireproofing. Of the steel structure element, the frame tube design introduced in 1960s by Bangladesh American Structural Engineering Fazlur Rahman Khan, was a new approach that allowed more open floor plans than the traditional design that distributed columns throughout the interior to support building loads. Each of the World Trade Center towers had 236 high street load bearing perimeter steel columns with acted as firendal trusses. Next, the World Trade Center building were supported by gigantic foundation. They rested on bedrock, 21 meters below ground in the area that contained the Twin Tower. More than 1 million cubic yards of the earth and rock were removed to place basement. The basement housed a commuter rail station, a 2,000-car parking area, mechanical equipment rooms, and storage. Pure excavation underground walls were built all the way down into the bedrock to withstand the external water and earth pressure. Last but not least, the tower were built using a new drywall system, reinforced by steel core, making them the first skyscraper ever built without the use of masonry. The two towers at 1,368 and 1,362 feet and 110 stories each passed the Empire State Building to become the tallest building in the world. The World Trade Center, including the Twin Tower and 4 other buildings, officially opened in 1973. In, in conclusion, World Trade Center is the first skyscraper to use state-of-the-art methods at the time of the creation. Thank you for your attention.